Hello and welcome back to the Shed Geek Podcast. Here's a message from our 2025 studio sponsor. Let's be real. Running a shed business today isn't just about building great sheds. The industry is changing fast. We're all feeling the squeeze, competing for fewer buyers while expectations keep climbing. And yet, I hear from many of you that you are still juggling spreadsheets, clunky software, or disconnected systems. You're spending more time managing chaos than actually growing your business. That's why I want to talk to you about our studio sponsor, ShedPro. If you're not already using them, I really think you should check them out. ShedPro combines your 3D configurator, point of sale, RTO contracts, inventory, deliveries, and dealer tools all in one platform. They even integrate cleanly into our Shed Geek marketing solutions. From website lead to final delivery, you can quote, contract, collect payment, and schedule delivery in one clean workflow. No more double entries, no more back and forth chaos. Quoting is faster, orders are cleaner. And instead of chasing down paperwork, you're actually running your business. And if you mention Shed Geek, you'll get 25% off all setup fees. Check it out at shedpro.co/ShedGeek. Thank you, ShedPro, for being our studio sponsor, and honestly, for building something that helps the industry. Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Shed Geek Podcast. Fun one here today. We are in Eagleville, and I feel like there should be like a roar, eagle screech.
What a great town. I mean, my goodness. Beautiful little town
It's
here.
a great place. It's a little farm town community, and we literally have one blinking light and one coffee shop, and there's two gas stations. But
Just in case the one is empty, you have
one's a co-op. Okay, that's the standard here. Okay,
I wish I could say it's from Eagleville. That sounds way cooler.
Eagleville, Tennessee.
Yeah. I like Eagleville. Yeah. I like how you do that quick. So who do we have on the show today? Let's maybe start there. If you fellas don't care to introduce yourself, a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Oh my, Jeff Turner, Protect Trailers, and we place trailers on shed lots. We add a secondary product for the shed industry, for the dealers. We believe that there's a need there, and these are the dealers, and our dealers are great people, and they have capacity, and they're wanting more to offer to their community. And I don't know how far you want me to go with that.
Run with it.
Their customers are our customers, and a lot of times they only get to sell one shed to a customer and they're done, but they built this relationship, and they're in their communities. And so we offer a simple line of utility trailers. I call them backyard trailers. They're not commercial trailers. We don't offer the big 50-foot goosenecks or whatever, but we do backyard trailers. And our goal is to add a secondary income stream for the dealer to cover their existing overhead.
Right.
Shed industry is great, and some of them do really well. Some of them have limitations, of course, and competition. And we are working with literally any brand of shed that's out there because we're independent from the manufacturers. We are our own little world.
Right.
We work with every brand out there. And right, wrong, or indifferent, we think that we're here to help those guys. And there's some that are like, we've been looking for you. Where have you been all my life? That feels really good. A little bit about us. Joel Powers is our operations sales manager. He wears a lot of hats. But we were 30 years Japanese automotive systems integrator. So
that sounds like a big job.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds like a big job.
We built the assembly lines or workstations that put every component together. And typically,
so the robots,
robots to
automated such and suches.
Yeah, welders, stitchers, different things. We were in the tire industry, the window regulator industry. There's more to a car than people really realize.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, right.
I get to say this as an 80s kid or a 70s kid. We didn't work on electrical stuff, okay?
Right.
Electric cars.
Right.
electric cars. Okay, no, I'm kidding. There is a need for those, but I do like the old-fashioned cars. Okay?
Yeah.
But they're so complicated today. So one of the things we did was we focused on Japanese and high quality. Okay, they in every assembly station or workstation, whatever they're putting together, every component got tested as it was being assembled.
Right.
So a lot of technology, we integrated technology. We could leak test a gas tank in a car down to the vapor that gets lost through that.
Wow.
In seconds.
Right.
Or vibratory analysis, different things. So I won't bore you with all that. We build trailers now.
Well, yeah.
And we're taking our expertise to that. We love trailers. We're backyard guys. We both have 4-wheelers and tractors, and
Right.
and I'm lucky enough to have a race car. So I love my race car.
Like stock car? What do you do? What
Drag
kind of
race.
drag race? Nice.
Long story, but I'm a little kid at heart. So I recently found an old Chevy 2 that was an old race car from New York, and
Nice.
I ended up in Tennessee, and I rebuilt it just as a hobby. I don't have a lot of hobbies. I don't play golf or
Right.
so that was my
It's
therapy.
a good hobby to have.
So we did that, and so I get to haul my car down the road.
On a ProTech, I
Seems
assume.
more fun. Yeah. Seems more fun than dirt track racing, although I enjoyed growing up. Cord actually grew up on a farm, so he understands what you're saying, and I grew up on a lot of people's farms on my 4-wheelers.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people to tell those stories.
Oh,
probably.
absolutely. Yeah, we probably. I don't even want to think about how many trailers that I've backed in different uses, and have been damaged. Maybe I'm not going to say I was behind the wheel during operations like that, but it's happened. But Joe, maybe since you're kind of operations and sales, maybe tell us how the transition, because it sounds like you both have extensive history in manufacturing and operations and everything like that. Fabrication and
I mean, the tools out here, like I can't say some of the names of them. They're so complicated. But
Right.
I mean, a lot of people know the CNCs and the lathes and the bandsaws and some of the stuff that you see. But you guys are not greenhorns. You're not just coming in here trying to figure out trailers. You guys are good at what you do, and we know that just from the tour.
Well, how's that transition been, Joe?
Well, with the customers, I mean, I used to go to a customer, maybe a plant, and from the car to the engineer that I would go talk to might be a 1.5 mile walk.
Right.
Now you pull up on a shed lot, you get out and you take 10 steps. You're talking to the decision maker right there.
That's right.
And just a lot of great people that we've met. And I've been here 11 years on the team, and what I'm doing is working with our validating shed dealers, and then setting them up and teaching them about trailers and how to sell and promote them and all that aspect. So it's just a different clientele, and we have thoroughly enjoyed this group of people.
Yeah, it's a great industry. In fact, for those who have listened for the last 3 weeks, there's going to be a little bit of a trend. We're not doing this on purpose, scheduling guests or even steering the topics, but this will be a kind of running 3 or 4 week trend here of talking about dealers who are diversifying and expanding their offerings. I think, we're here in another rural town, but especially for the dealers who are in rural areas, right? The idea that in a rural area you can be a niche provider of products, right? We had talked to Tyler Mahan out in Oklahoma, and he was saying they do Connex. You all also do the
Storm shelter.
the storm shelters.
We manufacture safe rooms and blow down storm shelters under National Storm Shelters. That's been one of our staple products for since 2010, I believe. And
Are you a dealer who sells multiple products at your shed lot? Are you tired of sifting through clunky or overcomplicated softwares to simply sell a product? If so, it's time to call Cal. Consumer Aligned Logistics is the affordable, simplified, and scalable solution for your shed, carport, or even RTO company. We are partnered with Identigrow and Shed Pro for configurators and have multiple RTO partners to choose from JMag to Heartland to Shed Geek Rentals and Scott's RTO. And if your partner isn't listed here, just ask. We are happy to add more. Give us a call at 425-359-3279 or visit calcanhelp.com. That's CALCANHELP.com.
But to me, it just seems like there's such an opportunity for these trusted local, particularly rural, but even the ex-urban, suburban, for these providers, to really diversify and expand their offerings, because people are coming to them for the solution, right? To your point, the backyard trailer, the backyard solution, whatever that may look like, whether it's a farm that needs some Connex containers and whatever else, or whether it is a guy who just wants to haul his mower around.
Or a teenager gets to mow his first yard one summer. His dad's, helped him get a lawnmower or a truck, and he's mowing a yard. Or just the guy that hauls off his trash.
Right.
A lot of horse people around here, too. We haven't figured out the horse thing yet. But, maybe we'll make him a newer wagon one day.
Right. So what's the argument? What's the argument for? Because we've been talking about different types of storage mostly for the last couple of weeks. What's the argument for trailers being a part of that diversification? I suppose
for the dealer.
Yeah, for the dealer.
Natural. We tell them it's just like sheds, but now we're realizing it's a little different.
Sure.
Because they roll and they have to be street legal and they have tags, we have a little bit of more vetting progress than a shed buyer. Mm-hmm. You can pretty much, I bet there's some math somewhere who did a deal the fastest on a shed. Like somebody pulls in the parking lot, you got their down payment, paperwork's done, and they're gone.
Right.
Delivery's another issue.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. But I would bet that you probably have done those deals in 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, small customer acquisition time.
Not unreasonable. It's going to take an hour minimum to do our deal, because we're going to do a background check. We're same rules with credit. We know we got a credit problem, but we have to be careful because these things are such a black market for trailers. We have to be careful for felons.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so we have a couple rules. The first rule, somebody needs to be 21, right? We can't sell to a kid.
Right.
Or a young person that just doesn't have the responsibility. So they need to have a valid driver's license, because we're going to let them pull down down the road with a DOT trailer, okay? So that means they need a driver's license. Now they need a vehicle. We want that address to match, okay? Now we need insurance.
Yeah.
That's our first step. If those don't match, we got to talk to the lady downstairs, okay? Underwriting. She's got to get involved.
Right.
And now she'll make some decisions. So then we're going to do a soft check on where they live, how long they've been there. We want to know more of that. How stable are they? Because unfortunately, there's a lot of nightmare stories in the trailer industry.
Yeah.
There's skilled trailer thieves, okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Out there, and it happens. So a lot of people are losing those, and we talk to other people that are in the retail business and in the rent-own, and their default rates are climbing, and they're pulling that back. So that's inadvertently one of the reasons why we have certain types of trailers, but we are very proud of our default rate. Our default rate today is 10% running. And we feel like that's going to get better. That is tremendously better than the industry.
Yeah.
But at the same time, some of our dealers are upset because we turned somebody down.
Right.
But
Just
I'm thinking of like something that you said whenever we first started talking off air here a little bit in the beginning, which was, you come in, you get a shed, and you're satisfied with that customer might not need to be back for 10 or 20 or 30 years or whatever to buy another product. But now you're not only adding to the lineup of products for sale, you're adding to ways to satisfy the customer's needs, and you already have a retail location.
Yeah.
You're already selling sheds. It's
doing
not
the
that
work. You're
yeah,
drawing people in, and it maybe one leads to another. Maybe somebody rides by and sees a shed and then ends up buying a trailer, or vice versa.
yes,
And people have swing sets and grills and or smokers.
carports, yeah,
Carports, right? So we feel like this was a natural fit. We are not selling or distributing trailers to traditional retail trailer stores today. Okay?
Right.
We only distribute to shed dealers.
Yeah.
And we're learning that some are better skilled at bringing people in than not.
Well, sure.
Others, I should say. We've learned their tools for marketing. We've created a private group on Facebook for our dealers to join, and we upload content
nice.
regularly. Now we're learning from the best out there. We're watching the big shed manufacturers, and they're distributing posters. We got some posters, and we're learning that, or rent on signs. So every time we make a delivery, the dealer gets a stack of, maybe every time, but
kit.
banners, rent on signs.
Very nice.
Then we're uploading pictures and sales ads. Something's always on sale, okay? But never the same thing twice, okay?
Right.
So just wait till Black Friday this year. That'll be about the time you air this.
Yeah.
So coming up, Black Friday has a plan, and it will run from Black Friday to now I got to do this until through December, because it's not the same as a retail Black Friday, right? It's not a weekend deal. So, but we're also running this month here in the middle and end of October. We're running. If our dealer met their quota last month, they're getting double commissions this month.
Oh wow.
Okay. So not only are we running sales, we're figuring out, hey, we know what motivates people. It's performance and excellence, and they like to win. Yeah. So we've got a handful of dealers that are struggling to get off the ground, so to speak.
Yeah.
So we've got an incentive for them this month, and that's going to be a standing incentive from now on. Anybody that signs up, well, from now on until I change my mind. I don't know, like, can I get sued over something I said? You said on that podcast 12 years ago that we reserve the right to change our mind based on new information at any given moment. That's my disclaimer. Yeah, we think there's some people don't get it or struggle with it, right? We have a lot of family teams selling sheds, obviously. This is a story we love. This is a great story. Okay, this is a conversion. So we brought somebody to the light. Okay, we brought somebody out of the darkness. Joel signed up a shed owner and dealt with the husband. And yep, he was on board. Well, maybe he didn't communicate as well as we want him to with his wife, which actually is doing all the work. So Joel shows up with sheds, and she says, "What? I didn't know about this.
Right.
I didn't approve this." And so Joel calmly walked her through it, and now she's a great salesperson.
Right.
She sold a lot. Now I think she's wants more sheds.
Right.
I mean, more trailers.
Right.
So there's that balance there, right, of getting people to perform and realizing that, oh, this works. This is a need. But if it comes down to their own performance too, right?
It just seems, I don't know, you know, natural fit. I remember being a shed dealer, and the one thing I did was looked around everywhere for a place that would sell utility trailers. And I think the hard part was, you know, whether you were purchasing sheds or trailers or any other product on wholesale versus consignment.
Yeah.
What does that process look like? Sheds seem to be a pretty easy fit because it was pretty established. It seems like the consignment model for the trailer, utility trailer, is a little bit different. And I just wonder, is there what was Tyler Mahan's, he didn't know that he was in the shed industry, quote unquote industry. He thought it was
he said it's a collection of businesses.
that happened.
More like a collection of businesses.
So,
yeah.
and I don't know, is there a trailer industry? I suspect there is. I don't know what that looks like, but I'm curious to talk about the actual product itself in some way too. I mean, you guys are pushing the name Protect Trailers. We want to shamelessly plug that as much as we can, but and Eagleville.
Yeah. I was about to say.
Metropolis of Eagleville.
American
yeah.
made.
One of our goals, okay, is to put Eagleville, Tennessee on the map as a major trailer manufacturer in the country.
Yeah. I think you
our
guys are off to
personal
a good
goal.
start already.
We're one of the top 5 employers in the town.
I like how you can move the numbers.
It's a numbers
You can move the numbers to make sense.
Yeah.
So why a utility trailer? Let's talk about the simplistic use of a utility trailer. I mean, I've had a utility trailer probably more years than I've not had one.
Yeah.
Right.
The simple use of one, just it's convenience. It's needed.
Natural fit for the right person.
Oh no.
Sam, what's going on? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, Lisa. I was just trying to get a screwdriver and all this other stuff fell down. I'm ready to go buy a shed so we can have some space in this garage again.
I agree. I keep looking at the shed Mr. Jenkins bought. Let's ask him where I got his.
Howdy, neighbor. We're wondering, how do you like your shed?
I love it. It's exactly what I needed, and I couldn't have asked for better service.
And where did you get it?
I can't remember, but let me check. Something this nice will probably have the builder's name on it somewhere. No, I'm sorry. I can't find a name anywhere.
Well, we finally got a shed.
Yes, I just hope we're happy. The thing is a lot more shoddy than I expected, and I'm sure I told them I wanted a window, but they didn't have it in the paperwork, so I couldn't argue. Boy, is this a lousy shed. We haven't even had it 2 years, have we?
Barely. It was just a bad deal all the way around. Mr. Jenkins told me the other day that he likes his shed so much he wants to get a second one, but he still can't remember where he got it.
Your product is your best advertising. At Identigrow, we provide nameplates that ensure your quality products are never forgotten. Identify your products, grow your business. For more information, visit Identigrow.com.
We have 11 different models. Okay, and we make a 10-foot, it's a small economy trailer. We do most of the models have the option of a flatbed or what we call a dovetail. Then some of them have the option of dual axles, tandem axles, or single axles. Then my favorite trailer is the equipment hauler, the 20-foot equipment hauler with the heavier axles and brakes and fold-down ramps, man stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yeah, bad stuff.
Yeah.
I like it.
Really,
Carry your skid steer type of stuff.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's about a max for it. That'd be a good. I
Right.
think it's a 14,000-pound trailer axle.
Okay.
So yeah, it'd be a great fit. And but then I love my 10-footer. I literally have one of both. I have 3.
So these are, let's get into the components a little bit.
Yeah.
What are these made out of? I mean, obviously, I'd almost be curious, have tariffs affected you guys on steel? I don't want to get into politics here.
So our
but
steel's all U.S., okay?
Okay.
So tariffs, no. There's a few things that do affect steel price. The gas price does, inadvertently. But all of our steel comes from, most of our steel, it comes from the industry of recycling. So hot iron steel, it's all hot iron, hot roll steel, is a product of recycled material. So if we watch the market, we're going to watch the recycle rates, if you will. That's the majority of the material going in it. And then there's, of course, pressure-treated wood on the floor, right? I think it's number 2 pines. Does that sound right? It's very common.
Yeah.
And then all of our trailers, with the exception of the car hauler and the equipment trailer, has a 2-inch ball. Just standard. We did no inch 7/8. The equipment hauler, the equipment trailer, and the car hauler is 2 5/16. Both of them do. LED lights, breakaway boxes, safety chains. The single axle trailers don't have brakes. The dual axle trailers have one brake on the front. And fold down ramps. We love our fold down ramps. They'll actually fold forward and flat, so that if you go hauling a long 2x4 or something, the trailer's out. You don't have to take the ramp off.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Fenders, common fenders. I'll tell you a cool thing about our past being in manufacturing. We buy most of our fenders from local Nashville company. Great people, been around forever. We built the machine that rolled the fenders almost 20 years ago.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, and this company is so cool and how people evolve. If I'm not mistaken, they started out making wagon wheels.
Wow.
Coolest story in town. Okay,
Yeah.
and I'll remember their name in a second.
H.E. Palmer.
H.E. Palmer. H.E. Palmer.
I was going to say it.
You knew it?
Well-
you didn't tell me.
I was going to let you know, but I figured they say let you come to it on your own.
was
Don't
it,
use a
right?
calculator to do math. That keeps you sharp.
I'm a
Keeps
little out of
the
my comfort zone
yeah.
in here, but yeah. So that's a little bit of the I don't know if that's exactly what you wanted, but we have setback jacks on most of our trailers, so you can open the tailgate.
Yep.
We love our little trailers. We studied the market. There's nothing new under the sun on trailers, and you can gold plate them, and you can make them. We stopped at a local farm supply store recently.
Yeah.
And I looked at their trailer for fun, and I could push on the front corner and make it do the wave.
Well,
Okay.
That's kind of what I noticed. I mean, yes, they're trailers. Trailers are trailers. But the fit and finish,
Yeah.
you guys gave us a walk around. And so I was able to look at whatever. I think you had probably 30 or 40 between ones being stacked up and ones in production. And what struck me was just how good the fit and finish was, how consistent the product seemed to be, which obviously you guys have a history in these things. But to me, that was like, if I'm just
you gotta have that, right? You need that. There's price, quality, and delivery, and quality's not non-negotiable, right?
Right.
Price, we're not the cheapest guys in town, but we're offering the rent-to-own customer. We're offering convenience. So delivery, we're doing our best. We're getting there in timely manners, and if we have a dealer that's selling a lot of car haulers, that's real popular. Maybe they ran out this weekend, and so like today, we took one truck and one trailer to make sure a dealer had what they wanted. Now they were an hour away, so it wasn't too
I was
far,
curious
but-
about logistics.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's a question that I would get for people who are like, hey, I heard about those Protect trailer guys on the podcast or whatever, but how does that work? Is this a nationwide thing? Is this a state by state thing? If I'm a dealer and I'm sitting there selling sheds and I go, it's a
Dreaming
slow
about
month.
trailers.
Yeah. It's a slow month. And I'm going, gosh, if I only had some trailers to sell, what would the process look like?
Well, obviously, we started close by, and we've worked our way out. And we're 4+ hours out and looking and planning to go farther. We are going to cover as much of the U.S. as makes sense. So we've had some conversations about different things getting out farther. We may set up a lot out in some other states and a distribution lot. We've got thoughts on that. We've gained some experience already, and so now we know how to take that to the next level.
And for the dealer, we show up with an order of trailers and a lack of a better word, a tow motor. Okay, it's called a telehandler, and we show up and unload. Our team unloads, torques the tires and wheel zone, and checks the lighting and places it on the lot for the dealer. The dealers are pretty hands off. We love it when they get out there and get going, but our biggest problem is sometimes they'll sell one before we can get it off the truck. A customer ride by and they'll be like, hey, I want a trailer.
Right.
We love that. So, but yeah, we show up with the equipment. We unload it. They don't have to have a tow motor. We supply. We ask our dealers to buy a tongue lock. That's their minimum investment. Okay, and these are wholesale to them. a lot of them want to sell them retail and ask about how to get them more of them because these are really heavy duty.
Yeah.
Okay. We fabricate them here. Oh, nice. We're calling them Code 4 trailer locks. Code 4 means everything's good, secure on site.
Right.
And they're bright orange. You can see them from a mile away. And we ask them to secure the trailer with that, not the little cables go through the tires. So we unload them and we leave. Then we restock. And we may go on the road and restock 3 dealers in one trip or one load going a particular place.
What's a typical count look like?
14.
Okay.
To depending on the size of the lot. If you don't have 1 or 2 trailers on a dealer lot, it doesn't look like you do trailers.
Looks like you're hauling something. Looks like you pulled your personal
right?
trailer up.
But they need a good presence. I mean, it's right. The way you show things, present things matters. And we're looking for a dealer lot that's got the grass mowed. Mm-hmm. They're actually present. Mm-hmm. We do need them to have internet access. We've seen that as a struggle with some of the particular
playing communities and things like that. Might be a little
so
bit.
we just got to figure that out. And for now, we need internet access.
Yeah.
For contracts and underwriting.
Especially with I was about to say, especially with the vetting process,
amount of information that has to
the
go back and
tags
forth.
and the plates and different
we
things.
take care of the registration and the tags. Okay, and also people walking in pay cash. Okay, so the dealer gets paid the same. If we get a repo or turn in, it can go back to that closest lot. Mm-hmm. They get paid the same again. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll run specials again, and so there's some good opportunities. Mm-hmm. It's real similar to the shed pricing or structure commission. Okay, very similar.
Yeah.
Hello, shed sellers. Let's take a moment to discuss the shed customer and meeting their expectations. I remember growing up in the neighborhood where a certain percentage of the houses had well-manicured lawns and well-manicured homes. These were the type of individuals who felt it was important to purchase a well-constructed home or vehicle or maybe equipment to help maintain the quality of the item. As shed manufacturers, we seek to provide a well-built quality shed. We want the customer to feel satisfied that their hard-earned money has been well spent on a product that will last. At LuxGuard, we believe adding high-quality rubber flooring to your line of sheds makes sense to the customer and adds value the customer can appreciate. With each year, sheds are becoming more complex. The customizations we are seeing are virtually endless. LuxGuard not only gives a complimentary aesthetic appearance for their shed, but also protects the floor from spills and keeps cleanup simple. Offer your customer the customer service they seek with LuxGuard. At LuxGuard, we are committed to delivering exceptional customer service and innovative products to help our customers achieve their goals. We strive to meet the evolving needs of the customers. To speak with one of our ready-to-serve customer product specialists, simply call 336-468-4311. To see our product and view an installation video, just visit our website at luxguard.com. LuxGuard, the floor that lasts a lifetime. I just feel like I've known shed dealers for years that are saying and mimicking the same thing you're saying, which is, where have you been? Because I've wanted to sell these other products. I've got room, I've got space. I can sell these things on consignment. I can get there's not a whole lot to learn product wise, kind of like similar to a shed. If you can come into not knowing a shed and learn about 16 on center and double top plates and things fairly quick without knowing much. Yeah. Right. You can like with a little bit of product information, you can take a weekend and be fairly schooled. Same with the utility trailer.
All the data's on our website or on the posters we supply, the brochures for the. It doesn't take long for
rocket science. Yeah, exactly. You can take a novice and come in here and say, well, just what you said earlier.
If they ask a question, don't know, they pick up the phone and call us, and we'll answer. We'll help the customer right then.
Sure. Well, the customer service, that's the key. People want people who will answer the phone when they call, get them an answer to their question. But what does a dovetail mean? Like, hey, we can talk about that pretty easily. What does a tandem hitch mean versus like a gooseneck or something, or double axle, single axle? What is, yeah, I mean, you're talking about the ball size earlier. I mean, that's about the 3 that you run into. All right, it's a 7/8, 2-inch, 2 5/16. You know, these are fairly simple angle iron. You know, on a lot of
roll angle, 2-inch, 1.5 inch, 1/4 inch. Each one may vary. Some have C channel. The equipment haulers have some heavier C channel.
But you're gonna have to take, like the shed dealers that are listening to this right now are gonna laugh. You're gonna have to take someone who is I can do it better myself to come in here and really challenge you on the quality of like, well, I noticed they do dovetails there and I would do a tailgate, and you're like, right. Just the same as they come in and say, you know, I can build the shed cheaper myself or whatever.
Yes, we
you know,
get that. All you got to do is, I mean, it's nothing to it. And early on, we were told by a gentleman in the industry, like, well, building trailers is no different than building sheds. And my answer to that is, well, then I'll build sheds. Okay? Okay. No, maybe it's different. Don't build sheds and compete against it. No. It's not rocket science, and you can teach it and you can learn it. Luckily enough, we have years of experience.
Yep.
I started welding in 1980 in high school, back when we had shop classes. And a young man, he came to work here, and he'd been here a couple weeks, and I really hadn't got to know him. And he said, hey, do you know a lady by he didn't say lady, but he said a person named this. I went, yeah. He said, that's my mom. And I said, congratulations. I don't know your dad. I dated his mom. Right? And now his son's working here. And we've seen generations come through here. I've literally seen, I worked with a guy back in the 80s and 90s, and his little boy, I don't remember seeing him born, but he was little, came and worked for me years later.
That's awesome.
What a blessing, right?
Yeah. That's the rural America that I like,
people,
man.
Great people. We love tradesmen. We love trades, okay?
Yeah.
I'm passionate about it. I was preaching it and screaming it before Mike Road was. But the struggles and changes. So we're lucky enough here in Eagleville that we have great community employees, and our team is more stable now than it was ever in the automotive industry. That was our biggest factor, was skilled labor.
Yeah.
Working in the automotive industry.
You guys have the skill set to run these lathes and to run these CNC. Like, you guys are doing the hard work. And I'm not taking anything away from the shed dealer, but like, you know, they're trying to set you up. Like, you know, this is my pitch here to the shed guys, because I am a shed guy. I've been a shed guy. I've been on the lot. I know the struggle of, like, it'd be nice to get some people in the door. And you hit on something earlier, whether you're doing marketing, online marketing, drive-by, people trying to pull people in. You said something earlier that caught my attention, is they might not show up to buy a trailer. They might show up to buy a shed, and they end up saying, you know what, the trailer is,
refer somebody.
Well, but even beyond that, I mean, they may show back up to buy a shed after saying I had a good experience,
100%.
You know, with those people, and the referrals, it's endless. Look, this is and I don't know what your commission structure is. We haven't even talked about it, or even if you want to talk about it,
It's
maybe
10%.
There we go.
It's what we believe the standard that we know in the shed industry.
Yeah.
And then there's bonuses. Okay, there's bonuses. We'll as we grow, we understand that. We do that. We'll get there.
I mean, if you had 14 utility trailers sitting in your lot with a 10%, you know, profit on you know, the sale of that, and you're just sitting there watching, you know what I mean?
Well, and realistically, I mean, I don't know. It just feels like, again, this is becoming like a theme here, diversification, but we keep saying dealer, and I mean, I think that the dealer level is where, you know, obviously all this is focused, and particularly the 1099 consignment shed dealer, right? But I mean, there are manufacturers, you know, quasi-local here. I'm sitting here looking at your map. We won't give away your secrets and show your prospective trailer lots, but that I can see looking past Shannon's head. But, you know, I see here that you're covering most of Middle Tennessee, well, really all of Middle Tennessee, out into West Tennessee, most of the state of Kentucky, looks like North Alabama, even maybe into Mississippi there.
Our goal is to touch all surrounding states of Tennessee this time next year. And beyond, really beyond.
So, I mean, you know, like there are some regional players in this industry at the manufacturer level that would be well served to, you know, just see if those things lined up, right? You know, and so, you know, that's just throwing that out there. I mean, we keep saying dealers and thinking of it on a one-off basis.
Manufacturer, we're a team player.
Right.
And we'll back up a little bit. We didn't know any details in the shed industry a year and a half ago. And we got out of the automotive. It was a decision we made internally. And because of the struggles with multiple things, skilled labor mostly. And we decided we build trailers, and we felt like we could be the best in the world at it, or at least no one had a competitive advantage. This is for us to work hard and our skill set, our experience. But a year and a half ago, we didn't understand the shed industry. We didn't understand how it operated, but we fell in love with the community and the people and the systems, and we started out approaching the traditional wholesale retail trailer dealer that has 5 different brands on his lot.
Right.
And God bless us. It was pretty quick, like, don't go this way. Yeah. So now we just didn't go that way. And the one thing we look for, beyond it being a shed lot, a shed dealer, is they don't have a competing product. No other trailers, okay? Right. And we had 1 or 2 early on. That's kind of changing. So, but there's some conflict with that, with repos and turnias. So we just want to do good, clean business, right?
Yeah.
And even, you know, everybody wants what you don't have. Like, you know, do you have a 40-foot gooseneck? No, I don't. Well, could I get one of those? Yeah, you can, but I'm going to take my trailers down the road.
Right.
Because I don't want to compete. I want us both to win. This has to be a win-win. Relationship-based and win-win. Trust is big, and we love the culture in this industry. Like Joel said, going to a foreign trade zone. Literally, we were walking into within our own state. We were entering into land owned by foreign entities, right? And for the most part, they were great. But the size and scope and the red tape and the struggles that they deal with was hard. We did it for a lot of years.
Unlock the power of productivity with Cardinal Leasing. Are you looking to elevate your business operations with top-tier equipment? Look no further than Cardinal Leasing. We offer a wide range of reliable and high-quality equipment tailored to meet your unique needs. Flexible leasing options. Whether you need short-term rentals or long-term solutions, our customizable leasing plans are designed to provide maximum flexibility and affordability. Conventional financing available. Cardinal Leasing also offers great conventional finance options for those of you that prefer that over-lease purchase options. Expert support. Our team of experienced professionals is here to guide you every step of the way, ensuring a seamless leasing experience. Boost efficiency. With our top-of-the-line equipment, you can enhance productivity, reduce downtime, and achieve your business goals faster. Why choose Cardinal Leasing? Competitive rates, exceptional customer service, hassle-free process, quick and easy approvals. Don't let outdated equipment hold you back. Partner with Cardinal Leasing today and take your business to the next level. Contact us now. Visit our website at equipment.cardinalleasing.us or call us at 618-803-4086 to get started.
And one of the things that our guys in the shop back then had to deal with, all the measurements, the tolerances that they were dealing with was with 1/5 of the hair of your head. I mean, that kind of tolerance.
Right.
And, nothing like that. And what we figured out as well is that for the shed lots, the same end user often needs both. They need a shed, put their mower in, then they need a trailer to haul it.
Right. Yeah.
And the small trailer to haul off some trash people's got these $90,000 pickup trucks now.
Right.
They don't want to throw something in the bed of it to
Right.
stink it up or scratch it up. So they got to have a trailer to haul that.
Hey, look, it was a fiasco making sure that nothing actually,
was that
none of
you?
this gear.
I got a new truck, and me and him are laughing because I'm like,
First scratch on your
why don't
truck
we get
is
this
hard.
bed liner all dirty? It's a brand new truck. It's a truck. I'm like, no, my dad
And it's-
never
and it's
said
bed
in his
liner.
life.
All of that
Growing
will go
up.
on a 5x10 trailer.
That's right.
Yeah, well, it's what a good sales pitch. We were just coming down here, and I was like, gosh, throwing all this stuff in this bed liner. I promise you, my dad never
It's
worried
even lined.
about what to throw.
You can't even hurt it.
Protect the paint with the bed liner.
It's
and not use
lined.
it.
It's lined, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want to get the dirty lined
That's that
truck
first
bed.
one. That's that first one,
It's
right?
a truck. What are we thinking? Like I said, my dad never said, let me worry about my truck bed getting dirty.
Oh my
But now we have
goodness.
leather seats.
I know. We're
Heated and cooled.
spoiled beyond. We're spoiled beyond what we need.
Yeah.
No,
Everybody needs a trailer.
everybody needs a trailer. I have actually a unique story I maybe have told on the podcast at some point before that involves both the shed and a trailer, which is kind of unique for this podcast. Is that we makeshift redneck style moved a shed one time before. It was a Cook shed. One of our friends over at Cook.
Yeah.
My brother had bought a shed. My father-in-law bought it from him, and we decided we'd drag this little
The
shed.
fellas in the family have to figure out how
Well,
to move that thing.
Yeah, back then they did pipes and all that stuff, to move them. This is before shed hauling equipment,
and stuff.
came along. This was so we did what any good redneck would do, and we hooked some chains and 4-wheelers to it and drug it down the driveway. Used some 3-ton jacks to get it up in the air until we could back underneath it with a 6x12 tandem hitch utility trailer with your standard angle iron and set it right down on top of it. And then
And you
ran.
act like that's not normal.
Well, it was
We
then.
grew up in
We're in
It was
Eagleville.
then. And we moved it 14 miles with the tires pancaking the whole way. A 2500 HD pickup truck. And when we got there, we were like, well, we can't just tilt it all of a sudden. And we were like,
drive out from under it.
well, we thought we'd try that. And the best way to
watch
do
this.
that was hook a tractor to the other side
Side
of
of
it.
it.
Until the tractor went straight up in the air because it was too small a horsepower. So it's like, you go that way fast and I'll go this way
way.
fast. And it worked, but it did not come without consequences because the tractor went up again. The building set sideways, and I can still go to my
To this
in-laws'
day.
house 25 years later. And we just, because we all went over and tried to budge it, and we're like, ain't going to budge. So 25 years later, it sets crooked where it belongs.
There's
And,
enough cowboy in for one day.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, a truck and a trailer, and but that's even back then, it seemed like there were dealers who sold sheds, but it always seemed like there was like these other ancillary products hanging around. Now we're getting chicken coops, dog kennels,
yeah.
all the things.
Yeah,
I
things
think
you need.
you're looking for ways
Right.
to
You got to go where the customer is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't sell what you want to sell all the time.
That's right.
You've got to go adapt and overcome and go where the customer is.
rent's getting higher.
Rent's
Notice
getting
that.
higher.
You know what I mean? Like
Everything.
people are talking about, I'm selling less sheds. Like they're starting to look
well,
at
the
other
real estate
products. And,
property, yeah.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Real
they've
estate's
got
gone
to.
through the roof here.
So,
right?
as they're renting the shed
Insurance.
lot, I got to do something to supplement.
Yeah.
And I want some other products. And this is a consignment product that complements your shed lot. You can sell it. You can make an additional 10%. And you guys have the system to be able to, eventually do this nationwide to scale this thing.
We just need more friends.
And this, this is benefit to the manufacturers also because they're independent.
More stable.
Are
They're,
able
they're,
to,
they're happier.
Yeah.
yeah, we're not competing with that shed.
Yeah. And
That's
how
right.
How many shed dealers are jumping because, if they control the lot, they're like, well, I'm not selling enough of this brand. I can get more. They need more income. They don't need more percentage always. Obviously it's good. Maybe there's some incentives there. I don't know all the rules.
Man,
of
I wish you
sheds.
guys were around whenever I was selling sheds. I was looking for products constantly, and
think this
I
is
remember
the
going on a
perfect
trailer
fit.
search.
Well, and if you do go on, if you think, well, I could buy, I don't have to buy them. You don't. The problem with traditional trailer distribution is if you go to a brand name or any name really, you typically are going to pay cash and buy wholesale. Yes, you're going to have a little bit of margin, but you're going to have to carry the inventory. And you're going to have to compete with a territory, okay? We don't recognize that. We deal on performance and demographics.
Right.
Okay. So, yeah, we could have a trailer dealer 10 miles down the road, but it's up to those guys to perform. If somebody's performing well, there won't be another one close by. Okay. So we're going to be working towards performance, like high performing people.
Sounds American to me.
But if you buy,
absolutely.
I mean, winners and losers, let's go. But if you go to a national brand trailer manufacturer, the last time I checked, which was over 10 years ago, the first order had to be $100,000+.
I feel like that's what I ran into a lot whenever I was back looking.
It was more, I'm not exaggerating on that number.
Yep.
If you can get them to give you a territory, then you have to unload it. You own it. You have to do some other things. So this is different. And that's why we're not trying to service both industries per se. We're doing this exclusively. And yes, we don't have every trailer out there, but we have these.
On those, not only just unload, then you got to unstack them, then you got to put the tires on.
Torque them, and we got ladies running shed shots. Some of our best shed lots are ladies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of their husbands work in the industry and different things, or whatnot. But yeah, we show up and do it. So, we love that.
And you're meeting people where they are. I mean, we threw out some examples of some other diversification that other lots are doing. But, I was just talking to my mom last night, and so my dad built our house back in 98. He was a farmer. My mom was a nurse, right? And back then you could still build a brick home, 2-story, right? I mean, now he built it himself, so that was part of being affordable. I mean, these days, what's happening out there, the barn dominiums, right, are going up where you're getting effectively a condo inside of a shop, right? And people are spending their time on the toys, on the outdoor. If you're moving into rural areas these days, right? Like that's sort of this new, I don't even know what generation to call it now. I mean, I'm like on the younger end of millennial. I don't know if it's like the ones who are my little brother's age, whatever they are. But like these people who are now these sort of young couples who are building in rural areas, they want they want to live a life.
Farmer, they want to grow something green. We love that.
Yeah, and they want to live a life where they can have their toys and their tractors and take them up to the rock quarry on the weekend, right?
Yeah, off-roaders, different things, or even just go camping. Okay, it's tent camping with
side by sides, 4-wheelers. Yeah,
and you have to like you said, you got to sell what your customer is looking for,
you
right?
gotta watch trends, and there's some things. There's some trailers we get calls for certain trailers. We just can't be all things to all people.
that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so unfortunately we don't have that industrial commercial trailer. Not right now. We could have it later. We're very capable of it, but we know that we need to see what works, what wins. And with the rent-own offering, we believe that there's a cap on that risk and where we need to be. So,
Digital Shed Builder is an online shed configurator that strives to provide incredible visual quality, fantastic customer service, and an amazingly low price point, making it a perfect fit for any shed dealer looking to increase their online sales. Digital Shed Builder is simple to use, taking less than 5 minutes to integrate on your site. The Get a Quote feature streamlines your sales process, showing you exactly what your potential customers need. They offer a highly customizable experience that accurately represents your brand and unique shed offerings, working with you directly to set up everything you need in a configurator. With no extra startup cost, no lengthy contracts or commitments, and no hidden fees, Digital Shed Builder has been created with quality, simplicity, and affordability in mind. Well, you just from the tour, the conversations we've had, you're warming up to the industry very well. I really got to meet you guys at Knoxville at the Shed Show.
Really, at Mooyah.
Shed Week, yeah, Mooyah. Shout out to so a lot of
Mooyah burgers and shakes. That's
Peter
right.
was asking
Ooh, it was
about
good.
where to get. He's like, "Hey, you want to meet?" And I said, "You want something formal or informal?" And he said, "I don't think it matters. These guys seem, they're blue collar. They seem down to earth." And I said, "Let me tell you about Mooyah." So every time I go through Nashville, I get a shake and a burger.
That's right.
And we got the Big Moo.
That's right. The big move.
Shake. But we met there. We got a chance.
We met Peter, and man, what a great guy and his team and the sales summit. We didn't know anything about that. Again, we signed up early, not knowing what was going on. And then we're like, we should have a bigger booth. We should have done more. We should have had a kangaroo. We did bring coffee. We brought our Keurigs, and then we found out the other guys across the room had iced coffee and Danishes.
Claw machines.
They had it going
J-Mag
on.
had the
and they-
claw
It was such a
machines
good
giving
show.
away the
The
cash.
show was so good.
Kangaroos
We've
over,
been to a lot of trade shows, metal forming trade shows, and other things over the years. But I never seen a trade show where somebody may have showed up the first day and stayed all weekend, right?
Yeah.
Just visiting. There was family. It was a reunion for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So we had a really good time with that.
And there is so much family in this industry
really is.
that whether they're in Washington State, they've got family, down in Georgia, but they meet together at some of these events, and it does feel very family friendly. It's not just 100% business. Business is a byproduct of
culture.
what you
It's just
do.
a
It's what you have to
culture.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
it I think it's what draws people in, and what is what's interesting in the shed industry, and it drew me in. Like a long time ago. It seems like 12 years ago now. And I love what you guys do. Where would somebody, like, we're going to throw your website up and things like that, but people might have questions. They might contact you directly.
Absolutely.
By the way, give me a shout out, folks. If you guys say, "Hey, I heard about this on the Shed Geek podcast," that way these guys at least hear that you are, we appreciate it. We're not earning any money off of this here today.
You
We're
drove out
trying
here. You
to.
paid your own
We
way.
did. But
I gave you an energy drink. That's it. That's all you got out of me.
Mean Bean Monster
Monster
energy
Energy.
drinks are the only vice I feel like I have in terms of like Red's Donuts.
Yeah.
I can go a little farther maybe. Red's Donuts I'm partial to.
Is that
Honey
Chattanooga?
buns. Well, look, we got to quit talking, or I'm going to name all my
That's what I was
vices
about
here.
to say. Yeah.
But no, it made sense. You guys are, for one, you're down here 3 hours from us. You're located just south of Nashville. We've got family and friends that are all around Nashville. There's always a good reason to come down to Nashville. It's like a second home to us. Everything in Tennessee's a ville. Crossville, Nashville, Cookville, Eagleville,
Bradyville.
Mitchellsville, whatever. But we love coming down here to Ville Country, and Tennessee is beautiful. We've got family again, not too far from here. But I just love what you do. We go for good content here on the podcast, and we want to just be able to help people through conversation. And so for that reason, if we can help both people here, then that's a win for us. Dealers begin to start making more money on commissions. You guys begin to prove your business model that's been going for a year and a half. You've got 30 years of extensive fabrication history. You guys aren't just coming in trying to figure it out. And I'm impressed by the amount of people you've met with and growth you've had in a short time since January. Yeah. If we can help that, we want to help that. So how do people get a hold of you? We'll put your website and everything on our newsletter. So go sign up for our newsletter. But if they want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
ProtectTrailers.com has a lot of information. Has all our trailers, all our pricing, and how to find a dealer or become a dealer. It's got our phone number. It's got our email. Reach out to us. We're here. Somebody's here every day, obviously. But Joel and I may be on the road different directions, but the girls are here. The team is here. We're very family-oriented. My youngest daughter manages all the titles and paperwork and the bills of lading, what's going out. My middle daughter is in charge of purchasing, so she runs that department. My oldest daughter just took a leave. She just had our second grandson.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, so I never thought I'd actually be that guy that said I had got to talk like that. Now I resented the guys that talked about their grandkids all those years. Now I get to be one. So she's going to be a stay-at-home mom and do some other stuff. My wife works here, and this is my family. There's friends here I've go way back with. We have employees that have been here for 15 plus years. Our production team's a little younger. Most of them came from Eagleville after we got here. Part of the move, we moved from another town just 3 years ago.
One of my favorite things I noticed when we came in outside of the storm shelters and just the professionalism here was above the door, the little saying, there do or do not, there is no try. And I said, you know what? We're kindred spirits between the Monster Energy Mean Bean drinks already and that, because I actually have that. That's a Yoda quote, and I have it hanging up in my office. I've got 3 things hanging in my office, and that's one of them. And I was like, yeah, I really like these guys already. But you guys were a joy to be around. Sounds like you had a successful, Shed Expo event. You were talking about being back next year. The way Shed Week's growing, I think that's pretty awesome. Can't wait to be back. I think it's going to be in Knoxville next year.
Yep.
Yet another Ville in Tennessee.
That's right.
Any way that we can help you guys. Hey, look, if you don't know how to get a hold of these guys, get a hold of us and we'll put them in touch with you.
Yeah, and we're very open. In fact, at the show, we just wanted to meet people and the industry, and we didn't realize really how tight it is, okay? It's really tight. But we're open. We like to have conversation and learn. We believe that we're not going to change the shed culture, shed world, but we would like to be a part of it more.
Yeah.
And we like to help people. We believe in win-wins, and we're very open to any conversation we have.
Before we go, I'm curious, something personal. What do you guys like to do? Are you musicians? Are you pilots? What are the things that you like to do in your spare activity for people to know you a little bit better? I'm curious. You talked about your hot rod cars and all that good stuff, but you sound like you
car shows, though.
Okay.
I love I'm very mechanical. I grew up in muscle car era. What do we do?
Used to ride
Pretty
four-wheelers
boring.
a lot.
We've done some overnight trips together.
But now I'm beginning to do those things with the grandkids.
Yeah.
And I've got a few acres and some cows, and I just enjoy them. Just messing around, feeding, watching them, and as calves are born, bring the grandkids over and let them experience, new life.
Yeah.
And I just enjoy that. Just kind of the, the farm
lifestyle. That's right.
Not money in it, but it's still enjoyable.
Right.
So that's my
How
weekend
many
thing.
cows
Getaway.
you got?
10 right now.
Yeah. Very cool.
When first few years, I've known Joel now for at least 25 years. I guess we forgot to stop counting.
Yeah.
Our kids went to school together. We camped. Back in the day, we camped a lot.
Yeah.
And but early on, Joel taught me to shoot clays.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't get to do as much as I want, but I love it. And I
Yeah.
love teaching younger folks to hit their first clay. Yeah. But a little trap or a little skeet.
Oh, yeah.
And my wife thinks it's all skeet, but we know the difference.
Yeah.
So really, I don't watch football. I don't watch sports. And I always say it this way. Our kids played softball. His wife was a coach. My 3 daughters played on 42 teams
Ooh.
My goodness.
through high school.
You watched enough sports there
Yes, sir.
alone,
So
I'm sure.
I always had a saying, the only sports I love is one my kids are playing.
Yeah.
So
No, that's
I
good.
just didn't
And
get
soon to
into-
be grandkids.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking engines now.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
We got 2 boys. It's going to have a motor. Okay.
Cord, how can you not enjoy doing podcasting for this reason alone is the residual benefits that you get of being around a group of men, ladies, people, really, at the end of the day. It just gives you a chance to be like-minded. And I don't know, to me, this is still fun to me. It's a business for me at this point now, which has changed for me now 350 episodes in. But even with me stepping away and being able to come back in a little bit here and there, it is a lot of fun because I enjoy the conversation. And any questions you guys have? I used to do this. I quit doing this for a long time. Any questions you guys have for us, off the cuff, rapid fire, and then we're going to get out of here. Just curious, podcasting, whatever. You guys interview us for a question or two. What do you got?
How'd you guys meet?
In jail. I had to bail him out because he's a troublemaker. I'm just kidding.
The truth is, I met Shannon for the first. It seems like we actually were in the same place at the same time a lot. Of course, we're from a small town, so
yeah,
that happens. But actually, I asked him to, whenever I was still with previous company, HHO Carbon Clean Systems, we were a mobile service franchise, automotive mobile service, and Shannon actually came out and interviewed our CEO for a piece of content that we were putting out. And obviously he did really good at that. He's good at interviews and everything. And so, we just really hit it off. And I think even at the time, my former boss noticed that we hit it off and was like, now don't you guys start thinking about working together, right? And so all these years later, it's wound up happening. Yeah. So
manifested.
Yeah, exactly.
Cord has got we're like-minded in the sense that, he sits on our city's council. I hate our city's council. I'm just kidding.
He loves having a personal city councilman.
I love being able to tease him because I've always said I'm going to stay on the outside and never get in. But we get to argue politics where neither one of us are right, and yet we're both right all the time. He's just pleasant to be around, and we've actually in a short couple of years become really good and close friends because circumstances of business somehow allow people to find each other through processes. And
you guys seem like that pretty well.
Yeah, you 25 plus years of your friendship, and I think you just find your tribe. No matter how many times you knock down the door, you get it right some, you get it wrong some. You try to do your best, but at the end of the day, I really, really enjoy just going down the road arguing with him. More than anything, it's certainly a change of pace from arguing with my wife. So I get to be right sometimes with Cord.
You let him be right.
I mean, he always thinks he's right at the end of it. That's for sure.
We'll talk faith and politics and all those things and whatever. But the reality is, I think what I've learned more than anything is Cord's a traditionalist. You know what I mean? Because of his roots as a farmer, and I've learned so much. I tell him all the time, you've got a business mind that I don't. I'm a emotional interviewer, and that's the way I've sold. I'd like to think I've sold a few things in my lifetime, and that's the approach that I've taken to try to get to know someone. But I really appreciate learning from him on his analytical and just really, I don't know. I feel like I'm better by being around him and my wife, who's here with us today. Yeah, I think we'll make a good team. Yeah. You're okay.
You mentioned y'all been married 25 years. You have kids?
We do. Cord's only been married for 2 years. So me and my wife are, high school sweethearts. Met when we were 15, married 19. I have 2 kids. I have a 23-year-old girl and soon-to-be 21-year-old boy. And so I do have a grandbaby.
Okay. Soon to be.
And soon to be grandbaby number 2. Oh, nice. So both girls, Cecilia Rose and soon to be Violet Marie. So yeah, that's our little family. But yeah, that's we're just trying to do this thing in the shed industry and talk to people. I think there's some podcast in the future that's going to be coming up, whether me and Cord do those things together or they're just separate adventures that we want to do. But still enjoy this even after, I don't know, near 400 episodes now and coming up on 5 years. I do enjoy talking to people in the shed industry and helping in whatever way capacity we can. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Yeah.
Thank y'all for coming out. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us. I mean, just walking the shop and seeing the facility. I'll just say for anyone who is interested, I would highly recommend you come here, come to Eagleville, right? See the facility. See you guys' expertise in action, because if there's anything that's needed in this industry, it is really, really good operators and you guys obviously, operate at a high level. So yeah, come and see them.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks again, Shed Pro, for being the Shed Geeks studio sponsor for 2025. If you need any more information about Shed Pro or about Shed Geek, just reach out. You can reach us by email at info@shedgeek.com or just go to our website, www.shedgeek.com, and submit a form with your information, and we'll be in contact right away. Thank you again for listening, as always, to today's episode of the Shed Geek Podcast. Thank you and have a blessed day.